Oh, this is Phil from TBS Group. The topic of this video is about the Joint Strike Fighter and aircraft development. What can I say about aircraft development? The Joint Strike Fighter. Okay, here's a few points. What the main issues about it are in the news and the media. A lot of people who are against it. It's single engine. Apparently, it's too slow. Not enough range, etc., etc. There's not enough bases up there. On the fuel, on the engine-wise, the engine in that aircraft is probably more reliable than what's in the Hornet engine in the Hornet. Range-wise, I believe it's equal to numbers I've seen. It's equal to the Hornet, and it's also interoperable with the U.S. fleet. Development-wise, there have been having issues with fuel stuff, like a lot of computer gadgetry, which is good. It's normal, people. It's absolutely normal to have issues during flight testing and development. It's still in development. It's not an operational test eval right now. So not an operational test squadron. It's actually in only development right now. Some have been delivered to development squadrons, evaluation squadrons in the U.S. But Canada, we have close to 70. I think it was 2/3 of our fleet was mothballed by Johnny Chunkrachana in the 90s. These aircraft are approaching 30 years old. The oldest one's approaching 30 years old now, which they're going to start. We need to start replacing them soon. They're starting to fall out of the sky. Look at Leafbridge, Alberta last summer, where the F-18 during an air show practice went into the ground. Pilot survived. Thank God the pilot survived. So, what is the main issue? I'm a Canadian. I have friends and family in the military, friends in the Air Force, friends in the Army, friends in the military in general. I have friends in the industry. And I gain a lot of stuff back. They're saying, that's good aircraft. It's going to be a good aircraft. It's going to work the bugs out of it. Then it would be a really great aircraft. But on that point, I'm going to say this. A lot of people fail to realize the Hornet, every aircraft throughout the history of aviation has had some development issue. Let me get a point. The F-18s, they had an issue, a stall issue. They wanted to spin after a stall. It just took a Canadian to solve the problem. In flight test, he came up with procedures to solve it, and they added a few things and all that. 747. Here's a big one. This problem killed people before they realized the problem. It made all the way through development, worked fine for years, and the stuff started to age. Wires started to become frayed, shorting, causing a live thing to it. Blew a door in 1989 in United Airlines or American Airlines, one of the two, I forget which now. It's probably United. The cargo door blew off, killed like 9 or 10 people. The aircraft landed safely back in Honolulu. Boom. 2 years while the failure, it was this S1 switch wire that caused the problem. And we studied this incident in school, and we came to the same conclusion. It's the S1 switch wire. One S1 switches wires. That was the problem. Could be the cause. Is the cause. Basically, just doing double backtracking, looking at the circuit and all that crap. Other issues. There's one airplane I'm trying to think of that had a major issue. I can't think of the aircraft now. I know there's one other aircraft out there that had major issues during development. The F-40 Corsair, World War II piston prop job. It had a major engine overheating issue. for the early part of the war until it became a really great aircraft with the F4U-1D when it really became its own. The fact of it, the engine out of that aircraft, out of the Corsairs, is actually the same engine that are used in the CL-215 water bombers. Clean design. A lot of people fail to grasp that concept, that it was actually, the engine was, don't realize this, the engine, but that engine, it was developed in the 30s, the 1830 was developed in the 30s, for whatever, 30s, early 40s, late 30s, early 40s, for this aircraft. It started having overheating issues, causing a few pilots were killed, so they really do it, looked at it, and they finally solved the problem by who knows what. I don't remember what the solution was to the problem. But eventually they got the problem solved, did the job, got it flying. After that, it lasted to the Korean War and all that. And it's a great aircraft, one of the greatest aircraft that was served in World War II. But it had problems. Mustang had problems. Lancaster had problems. Halifax, the ME-262, the Meteor, all the aircraft had their issues. ME-109, the main issue with the ME-109 is the landing gear, the main gear. It was too close together, too close to the center line of the aircraft. So that's a ground loop issue, a major ground loop issue. And that took time to solve. They knew what it was. They kind of wanted to do ground loops. But other than that, issues that people will always seem to say, this is the aircraft development I'm talking about here. So if you see that I'm going off tangent, I'm not. I'm on topic, actually on topic for a change. But overall, aircraft development, you're always going to run into issues like, oh, this part doesn't fit. Oh shit, this thing doesn't want to go in right. Whoever designed this is a fucking idiot. Believe me, I've been there, called whoever designed this part a fucking idiot. I personally thought, who the fuck designed this part? Beast 1900, those seats. Yeah, whoever designed that should be fucking shot. Should be fired, buried, done something, pulled away from their drawing boards, not touching another design paper, sheet of paper, computer, design aircraft. Because it was a fucking mess. Those aircraft are a fucking mess when it comes to maintenance on the seats and the sea track. No, you understand if you ever drill, like me working on the maintenance, I did some on the Beast 1900s, and if you ever have to do take seats or whatever after it's been in service for 800 hours or whatever hours between service, you understand this. You know how much room to work in that aircraft in general. This isn't not a big aircraft, it's a small commuter. But you can work on the seats, trying to get the seats out. You don't have much space to work with. That's why I just kind of went for the cargo compartment. Easier to work on, less stress, do a lot more work. But you do a lot less headaches. Cockpit, same thing. It's tight, pain in the ass to work with. But you kind of, after a while, you get used to it. It doesn't really bother me anymore. Cessna aircraft, they're generally small, problematic for maintenance under the instrument panel. Beach, same thing. A lot of beach aircraft are small aircraft. A lot of issues trying to get access. ME2. Here's a good case. We're going to use two examples of two aircraft based on the same issue. B-52 bomber and ME2, Mitsubishi ME2 aircraft. They have a spoiler around setup, which means when to turn the aircraft, a spoiler comes up, deploys, say this is the wing, the spoiler shoots up to bring the wing down. Okay, and then it raises and all that fun stuff. But if you have on the MU2, if you have engine failure or whatever, you have to maintain 250 miles per hour, and it's basically there. What ME2 is also, as techniques, is known as the Widowmaker. Some people survived MU2 engine failures. Guess where they're working now? Their airline. They're major airlines. There's high-time pilots flying big jets. Now, because they wanted to one guy in particular to a certain airline, from what I was been told at school, this guy had 3 MU2 engine failures. Survived them. Goes to apply a job at Air Canada. He walks in, he says, the guy looks his logbook, he said, "You're hired." Simple as that. Because he had those 3 experiences. Boom. And that's an airplane that, if you want to get an airline job, try to get a job flying MU2s. You probably have a good chance. You want to get a lot of experience. Get a lot of experience out of those airplanes. They're death traps. In my opinion, I would never want to fly in one. After working on it, school model, we had an MU2 Bravo. Great aircraft. I love working on it. It's a fun little aircraft to work on. A little bit of she was a little bit of a bitch at times, but you once get used to her, she kind of liked you. She kind of grew on you. Be honest with you, I love that airplane. I miss that airplane so much. Yeah, I miss working on it. It's just stuff that some airplanes you just kind of love to work on. Cessna 310s, Piper Apaches. Piper Apache, that's my favorite airplane to work on. It's funny when you talk about it. That aircraft is a tank. But in development-wise, how can I say this? During development, it doesn't matter what aircraft you operate or what aircraft is out there. There's going to be some sort of issue, whether it be engine, airframe, whatever. You're going to have a problem with something on the airplane during development, or several things. It's not saying an airplane. That doesn't mean there's problems like this. Doesn't mean the aircraft is bad. It just means that there's some bugs in the system, bugs in design that we can work at, which will take time to do. And a lot of people fail to realize that, and that's liberals. And I mean, here in Canada, like, Michael Ignatieff apparently wants to make this F-35 purchase an election issue. We just had one in 2008, October 14th, 2008. Okay? I know it's the exact date, well, because my birthday was the day before. So, I kind of know this information, and it's kind of like, fuck. Who the fuck does this American think he is? He's not really, to me, he's not a Canadian. He's in America. He spent the last 30 years in the U.S., 20, 30 years in the U.S. He wants to call election over a bloody airplane purchase contract? Yeah, okay. It was sole source. But you gotta look at it. What else is available to you, the Air Force? Nothing. Not much. Do you think this is an election-worthy thing? No, I don't think it is. But Michael Ignatieff wants to end the contract. Cancel this thing. No more Canadian involvement. Right? That's wrong. We need something sooner. I remember when they took out the Sea Kings. They canceled the replacement Sea King contract. $500 million penalty the Canadian population paid. I know people are going to say, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong. No, I'm not. Liberals cost us $500 million plus contract and all that crap. And lives of several pilots. Liberals generally are idiots, I find. A lot of them think they're better than everybody else. Not all of them, most do. They think they're, they think they're better than everybody else. I mean, I don't. I'm kind of on the fence on a lot of issues. This is another one. I'm just trying to provide the facts to people that aircraft development, you can have issues, and they don't understand this. A lot of people say, oh, it's a crappy aircraft, it's going to be a death trap for our pilots. Not enough range on it, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit? It's a good aircraft. You don't understand it? Shut the fuck up. Simple as that. Well, I'm better cutter quits for this video. So thank you everybody for watching our videos. So I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.